A good chocolate cake has to be super moist, fudgy, decadent, and literally melt in your mouth. Let me walk you through how to make the most delicious, very moist, melt in your mouth chocolate cake. This is hands down the easiest chocolate cake recipe you will find on the internet today. We will start with our wet ingredients. We'll combine all of the wet ingredients together. 1.5 cup of buttermilk. Into that, we'll add 1/2 cup of vegetable oil or any oil that you have except olive oil. Next, we go in with 2 eggs and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Give all of this a good mix till it is well combined and it looks like this. Then we set it aside. Bring out another bowl and let's mix all of the dry ingredients. I used a total of 1.5 cup all-purpose flour. I used 1/2 cup of dark cocoa powder and 1 whole cup of sugar. I also added 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1 teaspoon baking powder, and 1 teaspoon salt. We're going to whisk all of this till well combined and it looks well mixed. Then we combine our wet and dry ingredients together. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, do well to subscribe and be a part of the family. Now stir generously till everything is well combined and looks this good, silky and chocolatey, okay? It is already looking good and this is what you want. Next, we're adding 1/3 cup of hot boiling water and then we're just going to mix all of that up. You can alternate the hot boiling water for hot brewed coffee if you like, but I prefer to use water. Give all of this a good mix till everything is well combined and you do not have any lumps in your batter, and set this aside. For your pan, you're going to rub some butter onto your pan. I like to prepare my pan this way when I am making chocolate cake because it just turns out the best. Once you've applied butter all over it, go ahead and dust some cocoa powder over your butter. Now, because you're making chocolate cake, cocoa powder works just fine. But if you're making other regular cakes, you can use all-purpose flour. Now, I'm dividing my batter into 2 because I want to make 2 layers of this chocolate cake. But you can make this as much as 3 layers if you want. I'm going to bake this in a preheated oven for about 20 minutes till a toothpick goes in and comes out dry. Make sure you do not overbake or it would begin to harden, okay? It has to just be right, and this is what our cake looks like when it is baked. It is so soft, it is so moist. This cake literally melts in your mouth. Now let's make our chocolate whipped cream frosting. I have 1 cup of powdered whipped cream in my bowl, and into that I added 1/2 cup of ice cold water, and we're going to whisk all of this till it begins to form stiff peaks and comes together. You can totally use buttercream frosting for your cake, but I absolutely love the whipped cream frosting. It just tastes like ice cream, it melts in your mouth, and it is so good. Once your whipped cream forms stiff peak, go ahead and add 1/2 cup cocoa powder, 1/2 cup of icing sugar, and 1 teaspoon vanilla. Mix all of this again, and make sure to scrape the bottom of your bowl. Whisk till everything looks good and form stiff peaks like this, and that is your delicious whipped chocolate frosting. Now we're going to stack our cakes, but first, onto the first layer, we're going to add some generous amount of that whipped chocolate goodness, okay? We're not going for perfection here because this is not for a party or for any show. So just go ahead and add that onto your cake and smooth out as much as you can. I also drizzled some caramel sauce onto my whipped cream before I added the final layer. You can see how my cake is breaking up because it is so moist. It is so soft. It melts in your mouth, and hands down, this is the best chocolate cake recipe. Go ahead to coat all of your cake with the remaining of the whipped cream goodness, and because it is whipped cream, your atmosphere has to be cold, and if it is not cold, go ahead and chill your cake after you've covered it with the whipped cream for about 30 minutes just to harden your frosting a little bit and make sure it is not melting, okay? So I chilled my cake in the fridge, and this is what it looks like. This chocolate cake recipe is so delicious. You're definitely going to love it. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section what other cake recipe you would love me to share. Make sure to subscribe, like, okay, and also share this video. Let me know what you think about this recipe and if you're going to try it out. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.